Barrett, are you in a closet?
No, I'm not in a closet.
I said Barrett.
Oh, I thought you said Sarah. Barrett looks like he's in a closet.
Doesn't he?
He's in a closet. He stays in a closet.
Hey, friendship, careful.
Go ahead.
This could go in a whole different direction.
I know
Your profession keeps you in a closet.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
No, I don't think I'm in a closet. I don't think. Why does it look like I'm in a closet?
You know, it's got clothes hanging behind you.
Yeah.
Michael,
what
King
do I do?
looks like he's in witness protection.
What do I do for a living?
Who looks like
I should be
witness
around
protection?
clothes, I think.
I said, Michael King, you look like you're in witness protection. We're not allowed to
I
actually
am.
see your face.
Well, that's all by design.
And we paid extra for that, but it works out fine.
I can do this too, and you don't have to see any of me.
Yeah.
Well, of those online, who is actually in an office and who is still at home? Anybody in an office?
I would be in an office today.
Okay.
Not every day,
In
but
my
today.
I'm sitting in my office, surrounded by clothes.
I'm sitting in my office with Pluto, my favorite dog, behind me. So
Michael King, your hair gets longer and longer every time I see you.
Yep. Up until next month.
Is that when
Yeah,
it's
problem?
Yeah, then it all comes
yeah,
off.
same for you, Kip.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
peak buzz gets longer.
Kip's hair's getting longer?
Looks like it to me.
Really?
and he's wearing his glasses. That's awesome. Mine's getting whiter. Look at this. Oh, it's awful. I got to go to the hair color, those hairstylists.
Who's in control of this meeting?
Guess we're on our own.
The chat says Keeley will begin shortly.
Tell him he's late.
So is this the last meeting of the year?
I think so.
Michael King, did you have your fingers crossed when you asked that question? What's the deal?
No. I was just curious if this is the last one of the year.
Okay. Okay. We'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
Mrs. Reindeer. Hi, Mrs. Reindeer. Sona.
Okay, guys, I'm sorry that was from my Sunday school Zoom. I'll fix it right away.
No,
I
it's
think
fine.
it's good.
It's fine. We're good with it.
Fantastic.
Hi, Jennifer.
Yeah, we were trying to be creative and festive, you know?
At least it wasn't Mrs. Grinch. That would have been worse.
And that might have been more accurate.
It could have been Mrs. Robinson.
Here's to you, Mrs. Robinson. Jesus. Yo ho ho.
I'm sure she's never heard that before, guys.
I bet she hasn't. Not in a long time, maybe.
They sounded my wife has put up with it for 50 years.
That's right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the annual business meeting of the Rotary Club of Brentwood. I am Keeley Hall, and I am the president of this fine club. I will now give a couple of announcements to remember to put your mask back on after you're finished eating and drinking. Stay 6 feet apart and don't lick each other. Again, this is our annual business meeting, which means we're going to do a little bit of club business like regular. Then I'm going to call an official business meeting to order. It's real important, those on Zoom. I'm looking at you. Please stay on through the club business meeting portion and the BRCCF meeting portion because we need you for that quorum. We do have a quorum, so please stay on. Don't drop off, and we'll all be good. All right. Susie Lindsay, are you on? Michael Hyman, are you on? I need somebody to make sure that they keep Keely accountable for his parliamentary procedure. Okay, you guys are designated Keep Keely in line people. All right, Steve Grissom has our invocation this morning, followed by Lennis Sugis, the pledge and four-way test. Steve. Let us pray. Our Father in heaven, we are so thankful for this beautiful weather that we're having. Father, we're thankful for this time of the year. Father, I'm most thankful for free and for the values that we set and for our motto of service above self. Father, be with some of the families of our Rotary Club. Also be with Keely. Keely, especially this year, it's been tough to be a club president. I want to thank him for all his efforts and keep Betsy in our prayers as we think about her year next year as this COVID continues. It will be something that will be much different for her as well. We ask for prayers for her as well. We want to be mindful of people in our club. We want to be mindful of the family of Virginia Stokes for the passing of John, too, with Marion Miles, passing of John, and just what those two individuals meant to our club, and we thank them and want to remember them here as we come to the end of the year. We also want to be mindful and prayerful for Roger Wilwright and Bob Searcy, Larry Faust, Bob Bellafont, and Robert and Dottie Fiddler. Keep all these people in your prayer. Father, we just thank you for all that you do for us. We're thankful for this food. Bless it to our bodies. In Christ's name we pray. Please face the flag and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag,
of the United States of America,
to the
to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And now the four-way test of the things we think, say, or do. First,
Is it the truth?
second,
Is it fair to
Fair
all?
to all concerned.
third,
Will it build goodwill and better friendships?
and fourth.
Will it be beneficial to all concerned?
All right. I do not believe that we have any guests or visiting Rotarians here today. Did we ever figure out who the mystery guest was? Sana. Okay, Sana had a fun name that we had to decode, but I don't think we've got any guests or visiting Rotarians, so we'll skip that part. I do have a few announcements before we get to the business meeting. We will not have any other meetings, official membership meetings on Friday until after the new year. So the current plan, if it sticks, will be to be back here at Spring Hill Suites on January the 8th. Martin Center is still definitely not going to be available on January the 8th, but we'll see after that. So January the 8th, we'll be back here at Spring Hill Suites. Obviously, we'll still have Zoom, but that is the next meeting on Friday that we have scheduled. So if you show up here next Friday, you and Alan Treadway will be eating lunch together. No one else will be here. All right. We voted last meeting. Again, this is going to be an interesting annual business meeting. We've had interesting votes as a club over the last week. Steve Grissom was nominated by our club to be the district governor elect nominee from here. It was seconded. We sent out an email vote. We got well over a quorum and a unanimous vote back to say, yes, we want to nominate Steve. So that resolution, yes, that resolution has passed. We are, no, it was 100% unanimous. It really was. So we will send that resolution on to the district nominating committee, and we hope for great things out of that. Update on the foundation drive, please get your, we have had a tremendous foundation drive, y'all, this year. It's inexplicable except to say that this club is among the most generous groups of people on the face of this earth. In a pandemic year, in an economic collapse year, I think before this is all said and done, we will on a per capita basis have more in contributions this year than we've had in 3 years. So that would be amazing if that comes to pass. But currently, our total combined between BRCCF and TRF is just a hair shy of $63,000, and we think we have a little bit more still to come from that. So that is amazing. That is also worthy of applause. If you would be so kind as to get Bart your checks between now and December 31st so that we can make sure that we get you on this tax year, that would be awesome. All right, and now a very special presentation. Because we did not have our annual banquet, our anniversary banquet this year, we're going to do a special presentation right here, right now. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm Rotary Club of Brentwood welcome to Tom Carr.
Okay, so we do have, as Keely mentioned, we live in interesting times, which happens to be a Chinese curse, an ancient Chinese curse. So here we are. We're going now to present the Bob Billington Award, and you may start when ready, sir. Okay. All the way back. Once more, I want to thank all the previous recipients who recognized me last year. I consider it a great honor. I'd like for all of you, when you get a chance later, come up and look at some of the names that are on this plaque, and you'll see some of the real giants of our club. Some we've lost to last year, John Stokes and John Miles. But they built this club, and they made it a better place. Now, this year's recipient is a great choice and one of our finest Rotarians. He joined the club some 15 years ago and is a Paul Harris Fellow and a past president. He has served our club well on the scholarship committee and is always at every event that requires a volunteer. I want you to look at the steely eyes of the tiger. Check those socks out and that belt on that uniform. Fortunately for us, the NBA did not come calling. But nevertheless, he persisted and somehow made his way all the way to us. Now, the first couple of years of college, this recipient was not real interested in going to class much. Then he got his draft notice. And then he decided to join our OTC, which was in the Army, the best of all services, at Arkansas State. He quickly learned that he did not care for camping out. And because he was one of the bigger guys, he got stuck carrying the M60 machine gun. That weighs about 25 pounds. When he found out they were offering transfers to become a pilot, he quickly responded and thus began a career of leisure in the U.S. Navy. As Brenda, his wife, would tell you on their first date, he said to her, she knew that date was halfway over when he said to her, "Enough about me already, let's talk about my airplane." Ladies and gentlemen, the Rotary Club of Brentwood, I present to you the Bob Billington Outstanding Rotarian of 2020, Dale Lewelling. Come on up here, buddy.
Gosh, I'll be honest with you, I almost forgot about the meeting today. And it occurred to me that we were actually going to meet again, so I might want to sign up, and I was already too late to sign up. So thank you for that. Got something to eat today. I appreciate it. I am shocked is the first word that comes to mind, and humbled. I think that I was recognized by the club for this award. That, like has already been mentioned, some real giants in Rotary, and certainly our club won this award previously, and be considered among them is a genuine honor. So all I can say is thank you very much, and I hope to do you proud with it.
We could not be more proud to have a member in our club, nor a Bob Billington Award winner in our club, the caliber of Dale Lewelling. Super proud of it. All right. And now I don't know if I'm supposed to ring this or not, but I'm going to ring this. We're just making up rules as we go, y'all. All right. So I will now officially call this annual business meeting to order. People in the room always love the bell. All right. So thank you all for gathering here. We appreciate your presence. We are now about to embark upon our nomination, voting, and approval of next year's slate of officers and directors. The way this process works is a nominating committee has been meeting, discussing, and nominating a slate of well-qualified officers and directors. Betsy is about to present those nominations. However, we will also give time. If you desire to nominate an additional name, you will have an opportunity to do that. Just remember that these candidates that are being named right now have already gone through the nominating committee, vetted, and we think they're great nominees. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. And now Betsy will introduce the nominees.
And more importantly, they have accepted the opportunity to serve. So we have a wonderful slate to present to you, and can't wait to introduce you to these folks. They're all great servants of this club, and in this particular time, I really appreciate their stepping up and saying yes, that they still want to be servants of the club for next year and for years beyond that. A couple of folks are going to have to be out for illness. Bob, Jason, hope you feel better. Jason has COVID right now. I'm trying to get over that. Drew had a previous appointment, but let me introduce from the Sergeant at Arms all the way up to our President-elect. First of all, Hunter McCarty, Sergeant at Arms. Hunter here, okay. Hunter, you want to come on up just so we can have the slate here to take a picture of? Of course, Donna's still going to be our wonderful Executive Secretary. Director of Public Relations is going to be Jason Hulse. Director of Club Service Membership, Jennifer Bourne. And Jennifer, I believe you're on the scene right now. Thank you for serving. Director of Vocational Service, Jennifer Shepard. You want to come up? Director of International Service is Bob Searcy. Bob, we hope you're convalescing well. Director of Community Service, Beth Dormany. I saw Beth was here, so you want to come on up. Director of Club Service Activities is Sherry Koss, and Sherry is in Knoxville today, but she'll be coming back with us soon. Our Director at Large, Roger Greeno. Roger, you want to come up? We have President of the BRCCF will be talking to us in a moment, I suppose when he introduces the trustees. Okay. Of course, our immediate past president, the esteemed Keeley Hall, who has done such a fantastic job this year, and I think he deserves an applause right now. Our treasurer is Patrick Wright. I think he may be on Zoom. The vice president in charge of our programs will be Jonathan Murr. Thank you very much, Jonathan. Come up here. President-elect, of course, is Jane Covington. And our secretary, who will be serving as president in years 22, 23, is Drew Rogers. So he's going to be, he had a previous appointment, but we're really happy to have him serve as well. And of course, I'll be doing the best I can to hold everything together. So let's give these officers to be a big hand.
All right, and now I would like to entertain a motion. Yes, Devin. All right, we have a motion and a second on the table. Just to clarify, that motion is that we close the nomination process of the Rotary Club of Brentwood directors and officers for Rotary year 2021-2022 and vote to approve those officers previously named to the roles for which they were nominated. All right, the motion has been made and seconded. Now we're going to try this process where we vote both on Zoom and in person. Let's see how this goes. All right, all in favor of the motion in question, please say aye or respond on Zoom. All opposed, please say nay and or vote accordingly on Zoom. All right, the motion has passed unanimously. And I did it twice. Okay. Yes, so that worked seamlessly, did it not? Okay. All right, we have passed both motions. I did it poorly, but we have passed both motions on the table. Thank you, guys. All right. Hang with us, guys, on Zoom, because Larry's going to do what I just did, but in a much better way with the BRCCF. So I now adjourn this annual business meeting for the Rotary Club of Brentwood. But hang on. And now Larry Kane. I don't know. We're gonna do.
Okay. Then I call this meeting to order again, and we're now going to elect or vote in, hopefully, the trustees and officers for the BRCCF for 2020-21. I will read those to you now. Betsy Crosley will serve as president, who serves as president of RCB, will be the chairman of the BRCCF. Tom Carr will serve as president for a 3-year term beginning in 2021. Steve Passon will serve as treasurer for a 3-year term beginning in 2021. Jane Covington, as president-elect of the RCB, will serve as the secretary for 1 year. Keeley Hall, as the past president of the RCB, will also serve as a trustee for 1 year. Larry Faust is in his 3rd year of a 3-year term as trustee. Dick Bowers is going to serve a 1-year term as trustee, filling in the last year of Tom Carr's term. Beth Normandy will come back and serve 2 years as the Community Services Director from the RCB Board. Sybil Buchanan will be serving the 2nd year of her 3-year term as trustee. Jeff Magruder will serve the 2nd year of his 3-year term as trustee. Sheila Cleveland will begin her 1st year of a 3-year term as trustee. And John Helm will serve his 1st year of a 3-year term as trustee. So, I now open the floor if there are any additional nominations from the floor for the Board of Trustees. Devin? Do I have a second? Second. I have a first and a second to close the nominations. All in favor of closing the nominations at this time, please signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, nay.
Aye.
Okay. I now need a motion to vote to accept the current list of officers and trustees for the BRCCF 2021 year. Do I have a motion to accept? Who said that? Okay. Do I have a second? Second? Dale? All in favor, aye. All opposed, nay. So we have closed the nominations. We have accepted the slate as it is. Now we will vote in those officers. So all present who are voting in favor of the slate of officers and trustees as previously presented, please signify your vote by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? No. Nay. Okay, thank you. That concludes the election of the BRCCS officers and trustees for the coming year to begin July 1st to 2021.
Well-oiled machine we are. That was amazing. Thank you, Larry, for, like I said, doing a much better job of that than I did. Frankly, so concerned about getting the Zoom and the in-person thing right. That came off without a hitch, thanks to Devin McClendon. That was amazing. All right. Couple of other announcements before we adjourn. If you do have to be somewhere now, you have reached our quorum and our voting. So I understand if you do have to be somewhere, but we'll end in like 2 minutes. I did want to make sure Steve's crew was amazing earlier. He included pretty much all of this in here, but I did want to make sure we all knew, keep all of our folks who are struggling with sickness, with ailments, and with COVID. We do have a couple of members, Jeff Hughes and Jason Hulse, have both tested positive for COVID. I do not know the degree of their symptoms at this moment, but what I understand is both are getting along fairly well, but are quarantining at home. Definitely, I did have a note to be mindful of. Oh, Jeff Hughes is doing well, yes. I did have a note to be mindful of those who have lost loved ones, both in the club and outside of our club. This is a tough season for those who've lost people that are close to them, and many of those people are us. And so please be mindful of those. Yes.
Jason Hulse sent his own message right there at the end.
Feeling good. End of bad sinus infections symptoms. Oh, that's good. So Jeff Hughes, Jason Hulse, both doing well, quarantining. Yes, I was about to say, are there any other announcements for the Good Club?
We've received $870 in memorial for BRCCF for John Stoke. I think it's really, really nice.
Absolutely, yes. All right, are there any other announcements for the good of the club before we actually adjourn for the day? All right, if that is it, be safe, stay healthy, and we are adjourned.
Merry Christmas, Keely.
Somebody said something to me that I didn't
was
hear.
Yes, it was Merry Christmas from
Merry
Zoomland.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Happy
Mr.
Hanukkah,
Moore.
all of the things, yes.
That's good. And namaste to you too.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Bye, Mrs. Christmas or Mrs. Reindeer.